So, going to heaven has never been our goal. And in that sense, Judaism is not a religion. Instead of wanting to go to heaven, which is the goal of most religions, Judaism wants to bring God down to earth. Why? Because that's what God asked. That's what the Torah is all about. God telling us how to bring Him down to earth, not how we can get to heaven.
Yesterday, we told you about Israeli Kabbalah wizards working closely with American evangelical Christian Zionists. This Masonic marriage of real wizards and fake evangelicals is producing spiritually deformed offspring who are taking over American churches, ministries, and religious media outlets at an alarming rate. Israeli Kabbalah wizards and American Christian Zionists are spreading a heretical doctrine that President Donald Trump is a reincarnated King Cyrus who will enable the Israeli Jews to build a third temple in Jerusalem. They are also spreading the lie that President Trump's name is divinely linked to the coming of the Messiah. Now, if you listen closely to both the Kabbalah wizards and the American Christian Zionists, none of them identify the coming Messiah as Jesus Christ. Kabbalah is Jewish witchcraft. Senior Jewish rabbis trained by master Kabbalists claim to possess and exercise supernatural powers, including the power to supernaturally influence elections. In fact, Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, and his daughter, Ivanka, visited the grave site of a prominent and revered Kabbalah wizard days before the November 6, 2016 election. Jared and Ivanka are both practicing Kabbalists. The grave site they visited on Saturday night, November 5th, 2016, was the burial place of Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson, a Kabbalah wizard and founder of Chabad Lubavitch. These Kabbalah wizards, they brag of their ability to influence elections. Now, you want to talk about foreign influence in an election. Yes. How about somebody influencing an election from the grave?
Yes.
Now, that's foreign influence.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, Vladimir Putin doesn't have anything on a Kabbalah wizard, but they honestly believe this. They believe that this dead Rabbi Schneerson, who they think is the Messiah.
Yes.
Now, I've never heard Jared Kushner or Ivanka ever say that he is the Messiah, but they went to his website, they went to his gravesite.
Yes.
And prayed to him. They didn't pray to God, they prayed to the dead man in the grave.
Yes. Their actions speak louder than any words it could say.
Yes, because they're Kabbalists.
And President Trump is surrounded by Kabbalists. It's not just Jared and Ivanka, but it extends throughout the closed circle and expanded circle.
His former wife was a Kabbalist.
Ivana, right?
Yes. She is a practicing Kabbalist. His daughter is a Kabbalist. His son-in-law is a Kabbalist. He's surrounded by Chabad Lubavitch, advisors, people that are influential people. And I've said numerous times, if there is anything to this investigation with Russia, it's not going to lead to Vladimir Putin. It's going to lead to Kabbalists in Russia.
Yes.
Who have penetrated the Kremlin and the White House. And it's not just Donald Trump. They penetrated the White House with Barack Obama. They penetrated the White House with George W. Bush. I don't know how far back this has been going, but Chabad Lubavitch has been deeply involved in political affairs.
I think we better do it over here on the side.
And then maybe I can have this gentleman step in, right in there. That'll be fine. Okay. Maybe you can all come up.
Nice to see you. How are you, Rabbi? Good to see you, sir. Now come on in, and we'll sit over here. Just I'll take that end seat. You won't sit right along anywhere here. Rabbi, how are you? Well, welcome. Well, welcome. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming inside. I do, and I'm glad to see you. Thanks for coming down. You remember that man up there? How are you doing? Good man. Come on in, everybody. Let's sit here. Who will take this seat?
A member of the Faith Council, I won't tell you who, they asked me not to be identified, but you know them, sent me an email, and then we got on the phone and we talked. And they said, you got to know something. You're a publisher, maybe you would write something about this, but there was a meeting today here in Washington. It involved 2 rabbis, Donald Trump, Jared Kushner, and a couple of the Faith Council. They didn't tell me who those were, Christians. And they said, you got to know that the rabbis are in President Trump's ear. And they are telling him that when the time is right, and they might have gave him this first coin, but they said when the time is right, you will have to make proclamation in support of the building of the third temple. And in fact, so much so, they said, that the success of your presidency depends on you following this Cyrus.
That's Rabbi Yitzhak Kadori.
Kadori, yeah, we'll talk about him coming up. But this is the procession where they come by and they meet and they greet Rabbi Schneerson, and he gives them $1 because that dollar they take into the community as a token, and it spreads whatever the
blessing.
The blessing. Benjamin Netanyahu was seen here as well in another video, and you see Schneerson telling him, hurry up and get it going. We need the Mashiach, hurry up and get this going.
Witches will always give you a gift.
That's right.
Charms.
Now, you may not believe there's a curse on it.
Right.
You may
They
not,
do.
but they do.
Right. So if there's a witch in your life, somebody practicing witchcraft, they're going to give you a gift that you have in your home, your office, someplace.
A business card even.
Something that there's a physical connection. It links them, the witch,
Yes.
with you through the object.
Remember in Davos, I was given that card?
Yes.
And then I had that dream that night that
Right.
that shaman lady came into my dream.
And my door in my home in Vero blew open at 2 o'clock in the morning and scared the
And what'd you
daylights
tell
out
me?
of my
What'd you
wife.
tell me to do?
I said, get rid of it right now.
Get that business card.
Get it
Heard it.
out.
So now think about this. That gift of the Torah, that was a token. The gift of the dollars, that's a token. The temple coins that are being printed,
Yes.
those are tokens that are connecting you to this Kabbalism that's going on around the world. And if you've got a Trump temple coin, you have to understand, you got to get rid of that thing.